Hey, this is Rod. Thanks for watching. Well, this is part 10 of my Stratolele build, and in this one I'm going to attach the neck to the body and shoot it with a clear coat. Okay, I've got the center mark on my body, I got the center mark on my neck, and I'm going to glue this on with tight bond wood glue. I'm also going to put some 2-part epoxy in where the stainless steel bolt goes in the bottom hole, and I'm going to put a little bit in where the dowel pin goes, and that'll make it just a little bit stronger. Okay, I got everything lined up. It's on there good. I'll wait 24 hours. We'll come back and we'll go from there. Okay, there it is. The neck is glued on. It's really tight, but I know what you're saying. It's glued on, and there's going to be pressure on it with the strings. And I tend to agree with you. There is a bolt in it, a threaded bolt with epoxy in it. There's a dowel pin with epoxy. And I was thinking about it last night. It needs to be a little bit stronger. So what I'm going to do, and I could screw the whole thing up doing this, but I'm going to do it anyway, is I'm going to drill right in the center of the neck a 3/8 inch hole about 1/4 inch deep. I'm going to drill a small pilot hole into that, and I'm going to put a 2.5 inch pocket screw from there down into the body. It'll pull it real tight and keep it strong. What I should have done, and I wished I would have thought about it beforehand, was I should have took the bolt out of the neck and just put about a 3.5 to 4 inch bolt in it, which would have brought it down to about right here. I could have routed out a pocket and just bolted it on. I wouldn't even needed glue. So next time I do one, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and drill a hole in the back of the neck and put a screw in it. Thought I'd go ahead and show you this, the dowel pin that I put in it. I sanded it down, I put some T-coil on it. So that looks pretty good. It's nice and smooth. I'm going to go ahead and hand sand it now. I'm going to do it off camera. Nobody wants to watch somebody sand for hours. So I'm going to lightly sand it, and then I'll mix up the clear and we'll shoot it. Okay, I got it lightly sanded with some 800 grit sandpaper. It's wiped down, it's clean. I'm going to go ahead and spray the first coat of clear on it. Coat number 2. Okay, I'm going to put about 2 or 3 more coats on it off camera and then let it dry for a couple hours. And we'll come back and take a look. Then I'll have to let it dry for about 2 to 3 days. Then I can wet sand it. Okay, it's been drying for about 2-3 days, and this is the best clear coat finish that I have ever done. I mean, it's smooth. It's got very little orange peel in it. I mean, almost none, so it's not going to take me much to wet sand it and get it smooth. The headstock, on the other hand, I painted it, coated it exactly the same way as I did the body, and I've got some bubbles coming up in it. And these showed up right after I put the clear on it. What I think has happened is when I got the neck, it already had a finish on it. The wood and the headstock is original right here, and that's where most of those bubbles are concentrated at. So what I'm thinking is that the finish that I put on the headstock has reacted with whatever finish that was on the neck and caused it to bubble. Now, it didn't do it down here, but it did up here. And I think it has something to do with lacquer and urethane, because I did do a urethane finish on this, and maybe the urethane or whatever on the headstock just didn't gel real good, and I think that's why. Now I'm just going to sand those smooth. I'm not going to redo it. For me to redo it, I would have to sand it all the way back down to wood and refinish it. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to sand it off. If I was making this for somebody, then I would. This is going to be mine. I'm going to teach myself how to play. So let me get set up, and I'm just going to show you how I'm going to wet sand the back, and then I'm going to do the rest off camera. Okay, since it's already pretty smooth, I'm going to just start out with a 1200 grit wet dry sandpaper. If it had a lot of orange peel in it, I would start off with 800 and go to 1200 and 2000 and so on and so forth. So I'm just going to hit it with this 1200 and we'll see what it looks like. Alright, that's what it's supposed to look like. Nice and smooth and milky. Very, very little shiny spots. So I want to go ahead and finish the back, do the front, the sides, and then I'm going to come back and we'll go over and put it on the buffing wheel. Okay, I got it wet sanded. We're ready to polish it. Alright, let me change my wheel and I'm going to finish it up with some rouge. Alright, I got to take it back over to the other shop and hit it with my polishing wheel. Alright, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hit it with some one-step polish and my buffer. All I got to do now is just buff the other side, clean it up, and then we're good to go. So I'm going to do all that off camera. We'll come back and take a look at it when it's polished up. There she is, all polished up, looking good. The best finish I've done yet. It looks really, really good. I got one little spot that I did polish through, but I'm going to mix up some touch-up paint and I can fix that. So anyway, that'll be it for part 10. On the next part, we're going to assembly. So I appreciate you watching. Hit that like and subscribe button and we'll see you later.